23-point lead late in the third. What happened from that point?
Well, we lost a little bit of our aggression. I thought the way we finished the third quarter was poor. They went on a 5-0 run. That last three that Roy hit, I thought probably gave him a little more confidence headed into the fourth. And you know, NBA games are long, and you've got to keep playing. What got us the lead was stops and scores, and what lost the lead was, you know, we went 8 straight times without scoring, and that fueled their offense. So, you know, obviously, you know, it's a very tough loss, and we're very disappointed.
How do you go about regrouping? How do you go about regrouping after a loss like this?
Well, we've been through tough losses before. I mean, it's not easy, but for us, we got to get back on the plane, get back home, study some of the things that went wrong, and the turnaround time is not real great. So we're going to have to get back and ready to play on Monday night.
Were you surprised by the play of Brendan Roy?
No, I mean, we've been saying all series we've been game planning for him like he's an all-star, and he's had 2 of those nights now. So we'll continue to do that. He got on a roll, you know, in the fourth and made some things happen. And you know, I'm going to take the blame for a lot of that. There were different things defensively we could have done, you know, and that's, you know, we should have done some different things. So I'm going to take the blame for that. And you know, we've got to move on quickly, and it's disappointing and everything. But the NBA season has a lot of highs and lows, and we got to keep going.
Coach, it seemed like you really dictated the pace of the game in the third quarter. What was so different in the fourth that allowed them to slow everything
In the
down?
first quarter, you said?
In the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, what was so different that allowed them to slow everything down?
Well, they were the 2 quarters were diametric opposites. I mean, we were getting a lot of stops, and it was fueling our offensive game at the offensive end. And then in the fourth, we went 8 straight possessions without scoring. And you know, a lot of that was things that they were doing. They were aggressive and they were getting stops, and then you know that fueled their game. So, look, it's a game that you know you look at it in some, you know, it's a game you shouldn't lose. But sometimes these things happen, and when they do, we've got to stay the course and keep playing and move on to the next game. I mean, that's all we can do at this point.
Rick, after a loss like this, especially with the Mavericks' recent playoff history, this team's mental toughness is going to be questioned. How would you respond to or defend this team, the toughness of this team?
Look, we know that we have to earn our wins in this series. We know we have to earn a series win ultimately on the floor. And we know a 7-game series isn't over in 4 games. So at this point, you know, it's not about talk and, you know, defending this or defending that. The biggest thing is we've got to get ourselves ready to play Game 5, which is now, you know, a very pivotal game and in our arena. And, you know, we need our fans to be like these fans were out here.
That last possession without any timeouts, did you consider fouling, and was there something set up for Terry to kind of leap like he did to get that shot? We
considered fouling. It was my decision not to. I felt that, you know, with our veteran team and the awareness that we have that, you know, with a 4-second difference or whatever it was, that we could get the ball up the court and get a look at the basket, which we did. Unfortunately, it didn't go in.